Hello YouTube and welcome back to another video. Today I'm playing the new campaign trail, which is a political game where you do like different scenarios like presidential elections, stuff like that. But this one is actually a Senate election and is in fact the 2022 Senate election in Pennsylvania, which of course John Fetterman won against Oz by I believe around 5 points or so. And this scenario, however, is if I can I win as Dr. Oz and avenge his loss from real life? So let's get into it. So yeah, like I said, I'm playing as Oz, and gonna keep it on normal. And jumping straight into it, the first question: former President Donald Trump's endorsement during the primary was your jolt to victory against McCormick. Will you seek to campaign with Trump during the general election? Trump's image is too polarizing. I will mention his endorsement here and there, but I will not make any campaign appearances. I will not seek Trump's help. I will personally talk to Trump and try to get him to come on our side even if it means adjusting some of the agenda. So I'm probably going to go with that first one because I don't want to alienate the base too much, but I also don't want to alienate any kind of moderate voter that might vote for me. People noticing that you're distancing yourself from Trump slightly. As you accept the nomination for Pennsylvania Senator, what will the main themes of your acceptance speech be? I will unite the party by attacking Fetterman every opportunity as a progressive and radical. I will need to turn out conservatives to talk at length about culture war issues. I want to use this opportunity to play my moderate credentials. I'm probably going to go with that last one. I'll use populist rhetoric because I do need to turn on my real base more where Oz underperformed at in real life. The smart way to turn on Trump voters without mentioning his name, so that is good. Let's go to Erie County. With the primary in the past and the real shenanigans finally starting up, what is the defining message of your campaign that you want to drive home to voters in regards to policy? Let's run a generic campaign that will focus on healthcare and my credentials. I want to blanket the state attack ads every Pennsylvania environmental contribute to Biden's failing liberal agenda. My campaign will use advertising rally appearances to reinforce my image as a moderate Republican. I plan to replicate Trump's upset. The populist option again, I might go with it. Considering Pennsylvania's reputation, most people say this plan could work, just given in mind that Trump isn't exactly popular. So I kind of figured that was a little bit of a risk, but I do need to shore my base more, unlike what Oz did in real life. So the next question is, how will you respond to accusations of being a carpetbagger? It's not like they're wrong. Let's try to keep silent. In addition to graduating, my official residence has been Montgomery. I'm probably going to do that one. Fortunately, they're going to hurt you no matter what you do. So, yeah, kind of figured that, but I don't think it was too much of an issue. So let's go to Northampton County. How will you attempt to win over voters that are concerned about the pandemic? The CDC is Australian lies. Very smart people. Controversial issue. Great opportunity to make people angry. Mandates and inconsistencies are hurting our country. I think we should reduce their power, but I do recommend. So I'm probably going to go with that because I don't want to alienate each base too much. And it is your expected position. What will we say to ease concerns about your inexperience? John Farrow was an elected politician for decades, having an outsider mindset to fix Washington's problems and corruption. These attacks are desperate and true. I've been active in the Republican Party for decades. I don't want to get these attacks any more political with their analysts. We focus on important issues where we can beat Fetterman. So I'm probably going to go with that first one or either a third one because, like I said I shouldn't mention Trump too much. I mean, that third one could be pretty good too, but I might go with that first one. Portraying your house so an outsider could work, especially the unpopular administration as Blue Congress. Let's go to Center County. What will you tell voters about your stance on energy policy? I don't want to bring this topic up very much. People know that I support non-renewable energy sources. Fracking oil will be to protect our watch, but we also must invest in renewable sources of energy that will help us in future generations. And we must prioritize renewable energy that's safer for the environment. That means phasing out. So I'm not going to go with that. I have a 5 hours to protect our most profitable sources of energy. Probably going to go with that last one. Exactly what most of your supporters want to hear, so that's good. What is your position on right to work laws? I will support right to work. Labor unions have been needlessly undermined. I don't have a strong opinion on right to work as an issue. It's best left up to each state, so I'm probably going to go with that. Let's go back to Northampton County. In what regions of the state will you campaign the most? I will frequently appear in rural areas, so I'm probably going to go with that since wasn't able to do that in our timeline. You have recently come under attack over the fact that you currently hold citizenship in the country of Turkey. How will you address voters' concerns over this? The only reason I'm still a Turkish citizen is to care for my alien mother, so that was actually, I believe, what I was said in our timeline. That's why citizenship was for his mother. But for this one, I'm probably going to do this one, renounce it immediately to make myself presentable a little better. Your swift action minimizes the damage to your campaign, so that's good. But it did hurt me, it looks like a little bit in Erie, maybe. It's better in Northampton, though. Let's go back to Center County. How we define your position on international trade? Recent trade agreements have gone too far. I should probably focus on more substantial issues. So trade is a big issue in Pennsylvania. I don't want to go the free trade route because Pennsylvania would be more populist on that issue. So I'm going to go with the first one. This is also Fairman's position, but there's no denying the popularity. So yeah, what attacks will he make against Fairman during the campaign? Let's focus on 2013 incident where he pulled a gun. So that was a thing that was brought up about Fetterman pulling a gun on an unarmed black man, but I don't think it made much of a difference. So I'm going to probably go with another option. Probably going to go with this third one. Fetterman has adopted a moderate stance on the internet issue, says attacks are not effective. Well, okay. Let's go back to Northampton. It did help me there though a little bit because now I'm at 48. What are your thoughts on police reform? The police are far too militarized. Not going with that, definitely. I'm discussing with many of the recent crimes. Our police forces need more funding. I'm probably going to go with that because I don't want to alienate the base. This is a mainstream position. What do you think of critical race theory? So I'm not going to go with that first one because I'll be alienating my base, as I said. So I'm going to go with the third one to keep my base. This is a very popular position. Let's go to Erie County. I have an opportunity to make ads surrounding your history. What part will you choose to emphasize? I want to talk about my action under Trump, so probably not going to go with that since I don't want to tie myself too much to Trump to alienate moderates. Let's talk about my history. That third one might be a good one too, but I don't know. Yeah, I'm probably going to go with that. This is a good way to show off the experience that you do have, so yeah, that's good to see. What you call for increased gun control? So I'm probably going to go the background checks route here since that's a more mainstream. Like I said, don't want to alienate the base if I go too hardcore on restrictions. Speculation has arisen about your newly moderated stance. So could hurt some, but like I said, I don't want to alienate the base too much, and I also don't want to alienate any moderates by being like no restrictions. So let's go back to Northampton County. Would you vote to restrict or expand abortion rights? I'm personally opposed to abortion. Probably going to go with that. That's a more mainstream position too, left up to the states. Inflation has a recent spike to 8%, its highest since the 1970s. Gas prices also record highs. What will I do to get under control? Fortunately, a lot of this out of our control. Has to do with Russia, so that was something that Biden pushed really, Russia, so I'm not going to go with that. Biden and his Congress are spending unprecedented amounts. I'm not going to go with that either because PA being a more populous state isn't really big on wasteful spending or free market or stuff like that. We need to reopen the Keystone Pipeline. I'm probably going to go with that. That's a popular position. Go to tax the economy is in poor shape and the voters know it. So yeah, let's go back to Erie County. It is tightening up a little bit. You have begun to have recent attacks about your interesting ideas on studio science and alternative medicine. Experts and medical organizations have disrupted many of the claims that you have made. How will you respond? I might go with that first one, but I don't know if it's too much of an issue. This doesn't go over well as you had hoped. Now, oh, yeah. Well, that's no good. Will you debate your opponent? Probably gonna, yeah, let's go with it. Let's go back to Northampton County. What is your opinion on the federal minimum wage currently set at $7.25 per hour? There's much debate, but I think the current minimum wage is sufficient. So I'm not going to go that route with $15. So that's more of the Sanders wing of the party, and I've been alienating my base. I also don't really repeal it either because I might be a little unpopular. Uh, yeah, I might go with that. This is a decent compromise. Will you make any statements about the rights of the LGBT community? Protecting our children are one of the top priorities. I don't want to alienate any moderates, so I might go with that first one. Let's go back to Erie County. What would you say about the legalization of marijuana? Probably going to go with that one. Support medical use. That's a more mainstream position. Will you bring up claims of electoral fraud? Probably going to go with that one because I don't want to alienate the base voter ID. Northampton. Is November 7th the last day before in-person voting starts, wherever you hold your final appearances? So, Fetterman, I'm sure has Pittsburgh and Philadelphia locked up, so I'm probably going to go with either Scranton or Allentown. Probably going to go with Allentown and Bethlehem. All right, so election eyes arrived. Let's see if we can beat Fetterwoman. All right. So we got one county in there, of course, for me. Got one in for Fetterman. So I believe I did shore up the rural base better when I was looking at the map, like what I was doing in real life. So I hope that would be enough, but we'll see. I'm leaving barely right now because all these rural counties are coming in. And now Fetterman's back up. Experimenting in some of those. Oh wow, it says I won, but let's see if that sticks because I actually tried playing this before I made this video, and it said like this that I won, but then when I got to the final results, it actually said I lost by a couple points. So I'm not going to jump the gun yet and say I actually won. So I'm actually going to continue this, see if I did actually win. And it looks like I am right now. It jumps back up 49%. It's close though. So actually, I'm leading barely, so I might actually pull it out. We'll see. Just gotta get the rest of these rural counties in. Yeah, I'm winning, so see if everything's on. Like I said, I don't want to jump the gun too soon, even though that popped up because, like I said, I made a video before this, or did a scenario before I made the video off camera, and it said I won like that. And then when I got to the final results, it said I didn't. So I just wanted to play it safe until we get to the actual end. I'm still in the lead, so it looks like I might win it. Erie County still hasn't come in yet. Center either. Okay, so Fairman actually took the lead. Oh no, that's not good. See if I can take it back. He might pull out in early. I don't know. Depends on Northampton. Oh, I actually won it. Wow. But I think Fetterman might have won still. Because look at that. We'll see. Oh, man. Man, that was tight. Oh. So I won Northampton County, but I barely lost still. Fetterman barely wins at 49.6% of the vote. I got 49 even. Man. So I was able to flip Northampton County. But man, Fetterman barely still won. Well, I definitely outdid Oz in real life, but still lost narrowly. Man, I'm sure it could be a possibility that you could win, but I don't know if I want to play it again or not. That's probably my only time I'm going to do it. Man, that's a narrow loss. So, like I said, when I did this off camera before I made this video, I actually lost then too, but it was actually by even more. It was by a couple points, but this time I actually outdid myself for my first try, and of course, outdid both times in real life. Man, that's a narrow loss though. So you got Erie County, Fetterman. I got Northampton County, but you got like Bucks and Chester, Montgomery, you got Center County, Philadelphia, of course, Pittsburgh. I got a lot of the rural base, but man, I just came up short. So yeah, like I said, there probably could be a chance he could actually pull off a narrow win, but I don't know if I want to do it again after going through all this. So came up short, but man, I definitely did outdo Oz in his actual run. So yeah, I think this is still an interesting video. Thank you for watching it. This is actually probably my first new campaign trail video I've actually uploaded. I've played this game multiple times off camera, but never actually uploaded a video until now. So I thank you for watching. If you want to play this scenario yourself and see if you can win, feel free to do so. Yeah, it was definitely an interesting one, and I'll probably have to do some more like this soon. And I thank you for watching. Mehmet Oz barely comes up short, but I outdid him, so I'm still pretty satisfied with that. But I wish I could have pulled out the win, though, man. I mean, just look how close that was, 49.6, and he got, and I got 49 even. So yeah, can't win them all, I guess, but I definitely did outdo Oz in real life. So I'm proud of that. But I wish I could, man, I wish I could have barely won though. But anyway, like I said, thank you for watching. I'm glad I was able to get this video up. I've been wanting to put up a new campaign trail video for a while, and finally got around to doing a scenario I was comfortable with. I think it would have been not too hard, but one that was fairly easy enough, so I wouldn't have too much of a hard time. But barely came up short, so guess we'll see if I can get them next time. Anyway, thank you for watching. Subscribe, hit the bell for notifications, and I'll see you next time.